completely obliterated there. And now this is no longer a 4-base to 3-base game. This is a 4-base to 2-base game with Best having a larger army and map control. fOrGG doing exactly what he needs to do, which is some vulture harassment. It's the way to get back into a game as a Terran player, as with vultures. But I don't think he's going to accomplish quite enough, though. His defenses, Best defenses, are set up pretty well, and those vultures are back again. Go kill the vultures. It kills a few probes off, but I don't think it's quite going to matter. fOrGG just is going to try and set up that 3rd base again, apparently, and he really could stand a 4th base in that top right-hand corner, actually, because I think Best is probably going to set up a 5th base pretty soon. Although it looks like fOrGG is watching out for that. He sent what are they called? Vulture up to the left side, and he's got it patrolling between those 2 bases so that it can kill any probes that go to make a nexus at either of those 2 bases, or at least spot it as it makes it. Wow, so dropship going up to that top area. Very interesting. I wonder if he's going to make a base in the top corner, maybe. Try and hide a base, which would be a good way to go about it. Or maybe he's going to do a vulture drop or a tank drop. That would be nice. He can set up a tank drop. If he drops maybe 1 tank and 2 vultures back there, he can really do some damage to that supply line. He can use the vultures to kind of protect, and it's going to be a long ways around for any units to get there to stop that. And actually, what is he doing? What units did he drop them units out? Here comes a possible recall. Recall comes in. There are tons of zealots in the mix. Not a lot of mines there, but enough to do a lot of damage to about half the zealots. Half the zealots are severely damaged. fOrGG is rushing back, but at the same time he's dropped out some units for a drop in the left, but he's got so many units in his main base here. What is going on? He's got vultures running over there. He's going to ferry the vultures into that bottom left-hand corner. So Best is going to lose that bottom left-hand corner base, but in the meantime, fOrGG is losing his main. He's losing his armories. His armies are going to go down. Killing his upgrades. He's at 2-1 upgrades right now, but he's just got so few units. Look at all these zealots coming in for Best. Best has a huge army and fOrGG's main, and fOrGG has pulled all of his units back to his main to defend this recall. In the meantime, fOrGG is sending his Best sending his main army into the front. He's going to kill off that 3rd base again, and this is just going to be curtains. He's going to be able to do a lot of harassment there with that drop, actually. A very, very good harassment, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. fOrGG's base is in tatters. His front door is completely broken. He's got zealots streaming into his base. Arbiters running around willy-nilly, doing whatever they feel like, whatever they please. And yeah, his base is just in complete breach from 2 different directions. As soon as Best cleans up those drops, it's going to be the end of the game. And actually, it looks like he might kill off that bottom left base. Nicely done. A very, very intelligent drop there. Good job trying to get back into it there. But now fOrGG just trying to desperately repair his natural expansion with the last of his SCVs. He's losing SCVs here. He's sieging up, but it doesn't matter. He might be able to theoretically fight this off, but it doesn't even matter at this point. But Best, the aggressive player that is not going to let go. He's got his teeth sunk into fOrGG's throat, and now he is just thrashing his head about, just going in for the kill, just pulling internal organs out right now. He's basically dead walking, but look at that little tank stuck in between the factories. That's cute. But it's not going to do it. Yeah, fOrGG is just totally gone here. I'm not sure why he's still in this game. So Best is going to get SKT1 back into this tournament, and fOrGG is going to have to be forced to GG. He's going to live up to his name and GG here in just a moment, and Best is going to claw his way back into a only 2-1 deficit. There's the GG from Never. Best avoiding the 3-0 deficit for SKT1, beating fOrGG soundly, and it just came down to that timing attack. And what the heck, he's taken off his shirt and he's got another SKT1 shirt on underneath it, and he's gonna rip that apart. Oh my God, he rips it off of his he rips his shirt off. He must have a special he must have a special shirt on underneath that. Rips it off and shows off the SKT1 temporary tattoo on his guns there, on his shoulder. And wow, so nicely done, nicely played by Best, and a very cool ceremony. Awkwardly played, awkwardly executed ceremony for Best. Wow, so anyway, Best wins that game, and it's going to go to game 4. And I already know who's going to be at game 4. I think they're, well, anyways, I'll just tell you. It's going to be kind of the, the lower tiers of both their lineups are going to be starting to come out. Tempest versus S2. Tempest being a Protoss player for KT, S2 being a Zerg player for SK Telecom 1. So that's going to be sort of a lower level game, but it is going to be a very deciding game actually, because it's going to make it either 3-1 or 2-2, and there's a big difference between those two situations. Because then in the next game, KT's probably waiting for 3-0, probably waiting for sending out Flash for basically their ace to finish off whoever's last. I don't think that these teams were preordained, because the Pro League normally has been not preordained lately, meaning that they haven't sent out their lineups, the week beforehand. Probably, I mean, almost certainly due to the fact that there's been these betting scandals, where people have been able to throw games, and so by not knowing what games there were, there they are. There's Tempest on the left, S2 on the right, bowing uncoordinatedly. But yeah, there are the betting scandals, and so by not knowing what players were going to be playing against each other, it was harder for betting sites to make their odds for people to bet on the games, and so they were trying to cut down on betting that way. For all I know, the teams themselves may know, but probably not, because then the players would know, and they'd still be able to throw games. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so point being, they had to kind of announce there, I believe, who was going to be playing. Tempest versus S2 is going to be game 4, and that's going to be a PVZ, which should be very interesting. So hope you guys enjoyed this game. I'm enjoying this set so far. Hope you guys are enjoying it too. Thanks for watching. GG. Let's move on to game 4.
오늘 경기의 분수령가 믿습니다. 여러분께서는 지금 ShinHan 프로리그 공부에 놓치는